just like my Instagram. And then I have myself over here recording, getting comfortable. And I think that's it, guys. All right. So let us go ahead and, all right, focus, focus, focus. So again, I have my computer here, I have my notes, but guess what? Let's get started. Let's do this little intro right. So my name is Alwonza. Thanks for tuning in to 30 Days, 30 Minutes live challenge at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm so grateful that you've been tuning in and with me every single day. It has been simply amazing. And this is definitely not. And so I usually have my notes here, and I do, but we're gonna pull up my ebook, Money is Mental. So today, where did the money go? Where did the money go? And I'm gonna tell you, the money went exactly where you sent it. You didn't call it, it didn't come, and if you did and you received it and you couldn't keep it and it's gone, it's because you let it go. And that is what I'm sticking to it, because money is mental. And as you can see on my shirt here, YouTube, money is mental. You know, I have the store Toya's Tees and toyastees.org, or you can get to it faithvisions.org. Either way, money is mental. Money is a mentality. It is just like a way of living, a lifestyle, a mind change, a mind shift, a way of thinking, right? So we are going to, please. Oh, so grateful that just happened. And there we are. So let us get started. Does this record like this? I think it does. And yeah, let's do it this way. I think it should be able to record everything that way. Yes, guys, this is a way of life, setting up these cameras, right? So I think we're all set now. We are all right. Instagram. So on my site, you know, I have several books over there. I've written several books, two personally, about money. What does God really say about money, right? What does God say about money? What does the Word of God, what does the Bible contain about about money? That is actually a free book. And so what does God say about money? He actually tells us that we need to have at least a minimum of 8 streams of income. That book is great. It's a quick read. It's just a couple of scriptures I list. I explain them out. I just thoroughly listen to you in different versions of the word. And with that being said, it is being understood by many people, because everybody doesn't always grasp the King James Version. It is an honor, a grace, a privilege that you do, but everyone doesn't. So it's broken down in different ways, different Bibles, right? Different ones. So with that being said, definitely head over there and check that out. That's the free book. And then I wrote a 10-part ebook series about, this is the 3rd book I have ever written. And if you have gotten a hold of my first book, God bless you. I don't know if I'll ever put that one back out, but this is my 3rd book that I have written. And it is definitely the complete series of how to change the way you think about money. You have to change the way you think about money for money to, I don't care if you already have money, you're a billionaire, just thinking and tweaking a little bit more, doing a little more, it always brings more, it brings increase. But if it's working for you, then leave it alone. That is it. If something is working, don't bother it. That is a thing that I know a lot of, even myself, I had to deal with. If something was working, oh, I want to tweak it. I wanted to fix it. Oh, and I've been designing websites, building websites. I've been doing that since 2009. And can you imagine how many times I have tweaked, rebuilt, suggested, like, oh, I should have did this with this site. Oh, I should have redid this site like this. I should have did it like that. but I didn't. And this baby has gotten a hold of an ink pen, and this is now what her cup looks like. So, all right, so let us go ahead and get started. I'm just going to pull up my book right here in my ebook. Leave it alone, Sophia. And so, Money is Mental is a 10 parts ebook series written by myself, researched and studied by myself, and it is meant to be read chronologically, meaning in order. Um, you can break it up into sections. You can, I have them even broken up, the first 5 and then the last 5, or you can get them individually. You can also do it that way. However, I really suggest that you read it all together. It is a quick read. I have given it, my reviews are that it is a quick read and it can be understood. And the way I wrote it is it's not hard language. It's definitely not hard language, and definitely not hard to be understood. So you would think, okay, let me see. I have it as my, there we are, the complete series. So, oh my goodness, she is, I'm sorry guys, she is writing on everything. Get down. Stop, Sophia. Stop. All right, so I am back. Thank you. So Money is Mental. I'm just pulling it up right here on my, it is an ebook. I do have the hard copy here, but it is available at faithvisions.org. And I just want to show you here. Let's see. Oh my God, you know what? This computer is just totally pulled it up, and then it just is doing what it wants to do. There we are. So, and all the links are clickable in the ebook, and this is what I really love. So this is it. These are the chapters here. Part 1. You can go through. Stop, Sophia. Stop, Sophia. The references and workout pages are right here as well. They are linkable. So everything that has an exercise to go with it, it is right there as well. And it is a clickable. It just is just an ebook. It can be read, and very part 2 and everything, but that's the end of that. So that book is there. So Money is Mental. That is where's the money is gone. The money is exactly where you sent it. The money is right where you either left it, never called it, never claimed it, or when it came, you didn't have the value, you didn't know what to do with it. It didn't have any more instructions when it came to you, therefore it suddenly left. And you were like, oh, I got that money and I went and bought this and spent it. Then yeah, that's what you did with it, and there's no value in that, and just frivolously just spending money, and guess what? The money left. The money just left. It didn't come back. So you just spent, splurged, blew $1,000, right? And you're like, man, I had $1,000. Like the company I would keep or grow up with, get their taxes, we get our taxes, and then we blow our taxes. And then the next month, we literally have nothing left. It was like living for tax day, you know? And it was crazy because it was a repeated habitual mindset that was engraved, that never once did I think, okay, let me do something else with my taxes. No, I'm gonna get a car, or I'm clothes, TVs, things that they don't increase. They have no value. It's not that they depreciate, they just don't have any. A TV, possibly. What could I do with a TV? Waste more time watching TV, not being productive, not making money, not being creative, not even projecting YouTube to the TV to actually learn something new. That's not what I was using my TV for. No, I was watching Netflix or cable. Um, and so that was just like, or not watching it at all, because for a long time I was just not watching it. Then when I started watching it, I was watching a lot of detective shows, you know. And then I'm just like wasting time, hours binge watching, way before Netflix came out, just binge watching TV shows over on those free websites where you can just, where back in the day people would go and video on their phone or take their little camera with them, and then that's how you get the latest movie without going to the theater, right? Wasted so much time. It was so unproductive. Oh my goodness. Now I have a schedule. I have a plan. I wake up before I go to sleep the night before. I already know what I'm gonna wake up and do the next day. It's impossible for me now to rest, to fall asleep, to lay my head on the pillow without knowing that once I lay down, when I get up, this is what I'm doing on this day. And it is what I do every single day, is what I started doing. And I just don't know how not to do it, right? So money is mental. Money is mental. And in the book, let's see, get over here. And in it, I just simply say, let's play a game. I just bring it on home. Let's play a game. And consider some of the things you might do with that money, and then start doing them in your head. That's how you form and create new habits. That's how you bring different things to light. That's how the creativity is manifested. You start thinking and bringing things to light. It's that simple. You don't do anything different. You don't create anything other than this nice habit of what you already know, what you already have. Just think about it in your mind. That's it. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just, what do you want to do? And for some, they have to dust off the cobwebs. When I first started doing this, it was hard. It takes discipline, it takes self-control. And I got an attitude. Would you all believe I got an attitude the first time I was told that I need to start writing things down? Like, for what? Like, I don't need to write it down. I got it up here. No, I didn't. Because then when I had to start projecting past tomorrow, it was hard. I did not have really long-term, really even goals, half of that. Like, I didn't have 10-year, 5-year goals, because I couldn't think that far. I couldn't even fathom that far. My mind wouldn't even reach that far. Not even in my age or advancement or how I would be living, where I'd be living. I never even thought about it. And so when someone came to me to pull me out of that comfort zone, it hurt. It hurt, and I bucked and I fought, and I didn't even do the assignment. I didn't even do what I was told to do, because I thought I had it all together, and I just didn't think it took all that. Well, it takes all that and more. Write it down. But right now, the first thing we're going to do is just think about some of the things that you might do with that money when you get it. What are you going to do with that money when you get it that is going to be productive? Right? And it doesn't always have to be like, you may be thinking, oh, I'm going to get that car, I'm going to get that outfit, I'm going to get those shoes. Think on those lines. Keep thinking on those lines. Do stuff like that, right? Wherever you are, that's where you start. Don't start trying to reinvent nothing now with new thoughts. No, don't do that. What you're going to do is simply think. If you say, when I get money, I'm going to go get a new car, you continue to think like that. If you say, when I get money, I'm going to go buy new furniture, continue to think like that. Don't change the way your thoughts are right now. That's not where we are. It says, remember, it is a universal rule of your creative mind that you must first have something mentally before you can have it physically. You have to see yourself saying, like when you go get that new car, you be like, I'm not leaving here without a car. That's already your faith. And you already know when you walk in there, you're going to get that line of credit, you're going to pay cash, or you're going to get exactly what you want, what you see, right? So let's go on over to the next bullet I have here. And it says, thoughts equal spirit. So everything in this world is spiritual, whether we like it or not, whether we believe it or not. Right there, if you follow A Alwonza, then that shouldn't be too hard for you, because you know I already believe that in everything I do, and you can notice that in my post as well, that everything we do, our thoughts, everything is spiritual. Everything starts from a spirit. Everything is it's here. Remember, it has to be here before it can be here, before it can be tangible, right? So your thoughts are spiritual, your ideas are intellectual, and things are physical. Now, right now, I want you to, if you were one who thought first you got to have this, the physical, then the spiritual, then the intellectual. No, you don't. It's not, that's not how it works. We've taken that away. This is the new way it works. First is spiritual, then intellectual and physical, which is thoughts, idea, thing. Thoughts, idea, things. You get the thoughts, the idea, you write it down, you plan it, you execute it. That's it. Then you get to the thing, right? So you got the thoughts, the idea, and the thing. So you got the thoughts, the idea, and the thing. Thoughts, idea, thing. That is exactly what it is. That is exactly, don't stray away from that. You start up here with the thoughts, you have the idea, you have the intellectual, and you think about actually what it takes during the idea phase, what it takes to manifest, to get to the thing for it to manifest. When you think of creating this book, right? I had all this knowledge on the inside, right? And then I was like, okay, I got all this, let me put it in a book. That's what I did. I put it in a book. What kind of book? How am I going to write the book? It's going to be one thick book? No, I said a series. So it's a 10-part series. Why? Because I had 10 topics. I had enough 10 ideas that can be broken down into chapters per se, like context. And then that thing manifested, right? It took some time and it wasn't overnight. Hallelujah. It wasn't overnight, but it came to pass and I'm so proud of it. So that's it. Thoughts, idea, thing. Now we're not going to go through this whole thing tonight. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you, Sophia. So also, thank you so much. The creative process. The creative process. So once you've got the thought all processing, right? Now it's the creativity of it. It's also the natural law of your being. So we're automatically, once we have an idea, we're going to automatically try to process this and get it out. We're going to tell somebody about it. We're going to see it. We're going to start to see other people doing it or around other people or seeing it. It's going to pop up on our timelines. It's going to be on Pinterest. Wherever you go, somebody's going to be talking about it. Or you're going to randomly be speaking to someone and they're going to be like talking about it. And you was like, oh, I was having that same idea. Or you're going to mention it and someone is going to have that same reaction. It's starting to create, be everywhere. It's going to stay before you because it's an idea, which is spiritual. And now it has wings and it is gone. It is on the move to bring to you that idea is going to manifest, right? And what everything that's inside of you, it's going to come out of you, whether you like it or not. Or, well, I would say come out of you whether you like it or not, but I take that back simply because some people actually die with these ideas, with their ideas. They don't do anything with them. They are a great creator, in my mind, innovator, thought thinker, but they never ever take the creative and the process steps to get it done and actually capitalize and move forward on making money and prospering it from or helping someone, because most ideas can help somebody. These books I write, they do help other people. And believing in the things that you can see and touch, that's not confidence. That's not even faith. You didn't do nothing. You just walk up and touch it. What's keeping you? Oh, you see this card sitting here and you're like, oh, I believe I can have this index card, or I believe. No, you just get up or get over there and get it. Tell your kids to go get it. Reach over, get it. Tell somebody else to grab it. It's not hard. That's not confidence. That's doing nothing. That's there already. Now, me sitting up here saying, okay, the same thing, like, okay, I need an index card, or I need something to write down, I need little sticky notes and tablets or something. Then that means if I don't own them, I have to get up and figure out how I'm going to go and get them, right? Get up, get in the car. For me, that means get up, get the baby dressed, get all her stuff together, get in the car, go downstairs, get in the car, drive there, get it, go to the store, walk around, try not to buy more than what I came in there for, get the index cards, come all the way back home, and still be able to feed the baby before I get started, change the baby before I get started on back what I was doing. So that is the cost and the price I have to pay to make something come to pass, right? But for you, it may not take all that. But now that I have them, I just get up and go get them. So I had the idea, I had to process it, which is I had the creative thought, right? I had the thought, I had the idea, and then it became tangible, right? So we were actually born rich, and that is the richness. Like if anybody say you're rich, yeah, you can think, right? You can process, you can create. Then you let them know I'm already rich. And I guarantee you, everything that is rich in the mentality of having tangible items or whatever you consider riches to be, it comes to you. Just start confessing it. It has to have a way to travel. And I guarantee you, you start saying it, you know it, that's it. So not only just saying things, that's not confidence. You don't need anything for that. You just get up and go get it. But trusting or believing in something that is unseen, that is where we are with changing the way we think about money. And that is why I say, if the money that came to you is not there with you now, why? Because it went and did exactly what you told it to do. Either you went and splurged, blew it, or didn't invest it. It's not making money for you. So when it left your hands, it left and it's not coming back. And so it did exactly what you sent it out to do, which was down a dead end road. Like, I'm going to buy this TV and this TV isn't going to bring me anything back. So guess what? That money just left and that's it. Or you could have taken the money and did something, invest in it. And so now that money is making you money. So it's bringing money back into you. You also can take that money and go learn something new, buy a new book, invest in yourself, get in a course, a coach, or something to learn through via, right? Even if it's to get your internet going, just to watch YouTube, then guess what? That is exactly what that money is now being reinvested and is bringing, and it has value. So that is the value. Not buying a TV with the is value, unless that TV is going to be used to bring you some money, right? Otherwise, there's no value in it. So when the money came to you, where did it go? It went to exactly where the value was. The value, if you went to Best Buy and you bought the TV, the value is at Best Buy. Then that means Best Buy called your money forth and it came, right? You could have did Walmart, you could have did Target, but you chose Best Buy. Best Buy won out of those, right? Also, if the money came to you and you reinvested it, and then it says, okay, value, let me bring more, because this one is going to know what to do with it. If you, same thing with tithing and offering, same thing. The more you give, the more you receive. It's value. That takes faith. That has nothing to do with having confidence in what you can see or touch. No, it's having that trust in the unseen, right? So that's all in chapter 1. Let's move on and see what chapter 2 says. Right, all right, quick. And it says, how much do you want? Chapter 2 talks about how much do you want. Get very, very, very specific, you guys. Very, very, very specific. How much do you want? And for you to sit there and just be like, oh, I just want money to live a nice life. Tell me what was specific in that statement. What is a nice life? Define, break down every single word into context. So for me, if you would have asked me 10 years ago what a nice life was, I would have said, well, let's say 20 years ago, I would have been like, oh, a big house, a BMW, a Porsche, perhaps. That is what I wanted. I would have wanted a big walk-in closet with plenty of clothes. And I would have wanted to not get up and go to a 9 to 5 every day. I wanted to sit at home and my money make money for me. Now, that is what I really wanted, okay, 20 years ago. Now, since then, I've had the big house and I've had the BMW, and I want neither now. Not that I don't, my mindset has changed. So it's not that I don't think those things are nice. Heck yeah, they're nice. But I realize the cost to keep that BMW. I didn't just take it to any old dealer. No. So I paid those extra dealer fees to maintain that car, right? And I don't have her now because it was snowing, and I totaled it, hitting the highway barrier thing, whatever. So I don't have her anymore. But and then the big house, the maintenance and the upkeep and the yard. Oh my goodness. And then I had the children, and it was like, oh my goodness, they were on one side of the house and I was on the other side of the house. And if you ask anybody, I had this big old house. My children were in elementary school, and I just did not let them go to one side of my house. I was like, no, I'm not over there. You're not over there. And that was just it was so big. So I've experienced it, and I was like, ain't no hype in it for me anymore. Now I wanted something small. I just wanted to keep it simple. So that's exactly now. So answering that question now, to have something nice, I want a car full of luxury. So I do want the keyless entry and things like that are out and available. Certain luxuries in the car, so I know my specifics there. I know what type of home I would like, and a townhouse preferably. HOA fees do not bother me, and someone else get out there and do the work. I am okay with that nowadays. and definitely to still be at home and let my money make money for me. And that is exactly why I'm able to come to you live, do these things, stay home with Sophia every single day, um, invest my money, reinvest my money, create ideas to you, be online, making, having multiple businesses online. And now it is taxing to run them and to show up for them every single day, and for every single comment, and for every single question. But I am even now working on the business running, being self-sufficient. That means the questions are being answered, everything is less, and I still haven't, and I only have one person working for me. I have one person. I was so happy about that time in my life. So um, no, you have to break down what you want the money to do. What do you want the money to do? You have to give your money instructions. You have to know exactly what you want it for and what you're going to do with it. And sitting at home with an entitlement mentality that, oh, the government is going to do it, or what you make now, this $25,000 a year is good. That is not the mentality that I'm talking about. Above and beyond that, because you're really born rich. You're born rich. No matter what, you are born rich. And that is exactly like every other person that you see out there. And I have it right here. I have a blurb, and it says they were born rich, and you see them capitalizing on it. What's the difference between you and them? It's the mindset. It's the tenacity. It's that work ethic to get out there and do it, whether you got somebody coaching you or not. For a long time, I couldn't do it by myself. I used to quit, complain, stop. I used to take time off and get back to it when I felt like it. I didn't have an accountability partner. I was lazy. Now I have 3 coaches, and I have the tenacity. I have a different why. I have the strength and the mindset. Like, I don't want to stop now. But I had to build that up. I had to get to that level, and it did not come overnight. I have wasted years, days, and months, right? So, also about debt. Debt. Simply giving away money for free, meaning late payments, extra charges, high interest rates, borrowing on everything. I talked a couple of days ago on the 30 days, 30 minutes live. What did I say? I said that I wanted to get out of the poverty that I placed, that I had gotten myself in, that I found myself in, and I went and borrowed a lot of money. Yeah, right. I know you're looking like duh, but yeah, I went and borrowed a lot of money, borrowed all that money, and then stop, Sophia. Borrowed all that money, and then not only did I have the money, the capital, the money in hand to pay all that off, I was doing the minimum, the $30 a month, the minimum payments or whatever it was. And guess what? That thing was never coming down, barely moving because of the interest. Only nothing was going towards the principal. So that is how I learned money management, money discipline, and how to get out of debt. I learned the hard way by being in it. So that being said, we have the chapter. It says, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Begin to see yourself. Stop, Sophia. Begin to see yourself with the money when it arrives, when it comes, right? How to increase your faith via, instead of asking God, simply like, God, send me more money, send me more money, send me more money. Why not say, God, send me customers for my business? Why? God gonna send you the money for whatever you ask for. If you need your rent, you're gonna get that. Okay, if your rent is $500, $1,000, you're gonna get that $1,000 for your rent, right? You're gonna get that $3,500 for your rent, whatever it is. But once you, instead of begging or asking, isn't it something? Think about if you had to go to your natural father every single month and be like, Daddy, can you pay my rent again? Daddy, I need money for my rent. Instead of taking the initiative, the responsibility, and filling your own shoes and be like, look, Lord, send me customers, send me customers. Give me the energy and the strength to get up every single day and tend to my business, create, market, get the word out about my business. Increase your faith that way instead of being leaning on God's shoulders simply every single day, that same way over and over again. And going right back again next month asking for the same thing instead of asking God for a fish, literally asking him to teach you how to fish. That is what needs to be done, right? So with how to increase your faith, chapter or section, see it's series 4, and how to increase your income is 5. I can tell you many ways to start businesses without any capital. There are several videos I have even on YouTube. You can start a business without any capital. You don't need anything. What you will need when you don't have capital is time, endurance, patience, because you will be growing organically. Now you got to pay a price somewhere. You may not make it monetary, but you may not necessarily have late nights, but you're gonna have long days. And if I'm your coach and you're doing exactly what this book tells you to do, or what I am suggesting you to do, and you're staying focused and moving forward, you're going to make that money. You're going to get that organic audience. And then your audience will be able to do your business, will be able to run for every sale and book that you sell, or for every business that you create and establish and get flowing. Everything starts to, it's a well-oiled engine and it'll run itself. Like my business now, I have a car business, and the cars, I needed to go and get the tires. And guess what? I had the money over there in the account by itself. And today the tires were paid for by the business. And it didn't come out of nothing, out of my pocket. Nothing. Nothing. All I had to do was have the car. And the car paid for the maintenance on itself. And I thank God for that. That reoccurring income is great. Okay, and 6 is how to increase the law of money. The law of money. Everything. Gravity has a law. Money has a law. We have laws, right? How to take risks and win. I love this chapter. I love when I even created the cover for it. I love it. This is my favorite. And guess what? It is number 7. I love it. How to take risks and win. I took many risks. I took so many risks. I threw away lots of money taking risks. And I say threw it away because I took those risks uneducated. And that's what I talk about. A risk is only a risk when you don't know what you're doing. But when you know what the outcome is, what it can be, which way it can go, as long as you're not ignorant in the situation, you can have healthy risks. Yeah, a lot of people take risk in investments, and during the day I invest, and hey, people have lost a lot, as including myself, because of uneducated risk and trying to make money real quick. I'm telling you, I'm not chasing that anymore. So no overnight success for me. So now the next one is how to beat your peers. Competition. What's the difference between you and the multimillionaire? This section here is how to beat your peers, and it's a mind thing. The razor edge difference. Do you know what a razor edge for? The razor edge difference. I'm telling you, it talks about that. Number 9 is how to be a forward thinker. How to think past. You can do long term. Long term, even towards the end of the week. What do you want to accomplish the end of the week? That can be the end of the day. And then number 10, how to remove the kinks from your mind. So everything that you have learned in this 10-part series is summed up with series number 10, how to remove the kinks. Everything that you've gotten this far, how to stay focused, how to stay on point, how to stay in the know. In the know requires determination. And to stay in the know is exactly summed up in the last series. So that brings me to the end of Money is Mental. And as always, you can get it in sections or parts at faithvisions.org. I have the t-shirts. I love this t-shirts. It's like money is mental, money on the mind. I love it. So Money is Mental is also these t-shirts. I have t-shirt slides, the slipper shoes, and hoodies on faithvisions.org, or the t-shirt line toyastees.org. So that brings us to the end, guys. I thank you for tuning in, and I do love you, love you, love you. So every single day in the month of May at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, your girl here will be live. So tune in. Tomorrow is day 11, and stay tuned, because next week I'll actually be starting Coffee with A Alwonza. Every day for years I've gotten up and had my cup of coffee, and I would like to start doing that only on YouTube. YouTube at A Alwonza. I'll be Coffee with A Alwonza at 9 a.m. So I love you guys, and until next time, bye. A Alwonza out. And there is YouTube.